Hey guys, Vinny here. Let's quickly look at the NAS100 forecast. This is not just a forecast, this is also going to be an educational video. Okay, so let's quickly maybe look at the weekly time frame right here. You can see I have that green belt there, meaning that we're looking at the trends. So we want to take trades around this belt, and we have seen price, of course, price bouncing off that belt and taking off. You can see that the straight 8 weeks move. However, these weekly buyers are far away from us. We cannot wait for price to come down there. It is far. Okay, so maybe another level that is much closer, we might be able to establish it, because this one is a little bit far. Okay, so if we want to wait for price to come down here, it will probably take forever, or take the market will have to crash in order to get there. So let me just erase that. Let's look at a different level, and that level maybe could be this particular one. Let me see if I can draw it. Yes, this particular one right here, which is around 14,073. Okay, so but if you look around, there's no green belt. We don't have that green shaded shandies around that. So what do? Okay, so we need to establish or move to another time frame that have that belt, and in that case I'm going to be looking at the daily. This is the daily chart. Okay, daily chart. Remember, our forecast will be at 14,073, round about that price level. Okay, so 14,073, that's where we want to focus on. But here we don't have that green belt, but can we have it on another time frame daily? In this case, definitely. So if I mark this particular region right here, this is where that 14,073 is. And if you pay attention here on daily, we do have that green belt, which is this particular portion. That's where the daily buyers are. So if you are a trend trader and you're looking at the daily chart, the 14,073, that's where the daily buyers are. Okay, and that level was broken on weekly, as you've seen that. So we could perhaps see price coming all the way down to that 14,007. There is for buyers, those buyers who are willing to buy on daily. We could see a drop down to this particular portion to allow buyers to engage all the way back up. What are we doing? Really, what are we doing with this? We are trying to follow the trend. Okay, so the daily buyers are down there. So that is the key. The key is to actually try to identify where the buyers and the sellers are. Okay, and if you are a buyer, try to find out where these buyers are. So here on the weekly, we've established that the buyers are down there on weekly. Okay, but on daily, obviously the daily buyers are much higher than the weekly buyers. As we move lower to certain time frames, the buyers are going to keep on being closer and closer to where price is. Okay, so that is what we want to do. So is this video interesting so far? Is it interesting so far? If it is, maybe consider liking it. Let's get to 500 likes or 1,000 likes, if that's a thing. Okay, the H4 chart, you can see this week the buyers on H4 were very angry. Look at that. That's very beautiful. That's a very strong uptrend around that, and price have been bouncing through certain levels. If we look at them in hindsight, this is where price bounced, and it also bounced on another level a little bit above, which was this one. Okay, we're looking at this level in one of our classes right there. I think it was on Wednesday, if not Thursday. It was on Thursday. Yes, we're looking at that particular level, the second one that I've just cycled. Okay, so we know that the next H4 buyers are right here on this last dotted line, and we could of course see price coming all the way down to that, and then later because that's a resistance, that's where all those sellers are going to come from. Okay, where I've pointed that red arrow. Okay, so remember, the key is to identify where buyers are and where sellers are. That's why I've pointed that particular arrow there, to show you that sellers could be waiting around that point and could push price down to that level and all the way back to the white dotted line. Okay, so if we come to the H1 chart, this is gonna be very interesting. Remember, our goal is to follow the trend in with this approach. Okay, so you can see that this green belt here, it's done. Okay, we cannot use it now because that is the past. Okay, we cannot use it now, but we need to find out where we can get that green belt or that trend. Okay, but if price pushes down a little bit, I've drawn a Fibonacci here, maybe to this particular levels. This is the 38.2, and this is the 50 level, and this one will be the 61.8. Price could potentially bounce back down to one of these levels, or maybe reaches that trend line, because look at that, it broke out and took off. It didn't retest. But if we want to talk about the green belt, we need to see a crossover right here, which is about to take place. If price keeps on going up, we're going to see that, and we need to see that complete crossover and a formation of this green belt. That's the only way we can say the H1 buyers are getting ready to push up. Okay, so is this video interesting? Once more, let's get it to 1,000 likes and let's get to 15,000 subscribers. We're at 14,000. Let's get right there. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video and you've watched, drop me a comment down in the description box below. Otherwise, sharp.